Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's video. So we're working on the 2001 Ram 3500 that I'm currently driving right now. And what's going on is the pinion differential seal is going out on me. So I tried to get this yesterday. I started a whole video on it, and I could not get the nut off. It is a 1 7/8", so it's almost a 2-inch size freaking pinion nut in the Dana 80 in this thing. And basically the seal's pretty much completely shot. I did a differential fluid change a little while ago. It was leaking before then, and it's still leaking now. So pretty much I got to knock this out. I'm taking it down to the local shop that has lifts and specifically an impact, because I need a really beefy impact to get this thing off. I tried the old foot press method, the hammer method, and I just can't get the clearance to get enough leverage on this thing. So we're gonna go there and check it out, and hopefully it's a pretty good video. So hope you all enjoy it. Let's get going. All right, so welcome to the other side of the truck, and as you can see, definitely leaking. So we're gonna start off with this 8mm on these two bolts and these two bolts, and then we should be able to slide the drive shaft forward, and I'll just let it hang there. And then we got to worry about that freaking pinion nut. Holy shit, that was a lot of heat. A big fucking impact, 3/4. And yeah, she's finally off. So I did mark both right there and also on my nut right there, so we know how to put this back together. You are supposed to get a new nut, so I'm probably gonna have to come back at this and put a new nut on there. I don't have one with me right now, just something to be aware of though. And yeah, now she's off. A little toasty. I'm gonna wait till it cools down a little bit, then we'll pull this off and we'll keep going. Freaking nut, apparently it's torqued down to like 400 something foot-pounds or something like that. Insanity. All right, good news. So she's out. That is the old seal. It did not look this bad before I started, but it's this bad now. So she's out. Set that aside. This is busted. She's actually kind of came out in 2 parts, but we're leaking a lot of gear fluids, so I'm gonna try and clean this up real quick, and then we'll get our next one inserted. And new seal is in. Now we gotta do a little something extra. All right, so I went ahead and bought what is called a Redi-Sleeve from, this came with the, or I bought it with the new seal. This piece of metal, I don't know what the heck this thing is, but it was hanging out. It's like some kind of weird part of a gasket, and it just literally loose hanging out here, but it wore some gnarly grooves into this thing. So in the process of wanting to seal everything, what we're gonna do is shove this over top, give this a nice fresh surface with no grooves, and it won't eat up our new seal instantly once we put it back on the truck. So we're gonna go ahead and install this Redi-Seal real quick, and then we'll throw it back on the truck. So we got our new Redi-Seal on. Unfortunately, my GoPro died, so we have to deal with the shaky cam now. But all we gotta do is get her on and in, and then get it slid on, and that'll be what happens next. Everything is sealed up. Our Redi-Seal is just about to press into place, and all we're doing right now is I'm just using the old nut to basically slowly wrench it back into place. I had to lube up the back of the nut so it would slide properly, but it's going in, so we're just going to keep on cranking down until she's all the way in. That's pretty much the plan. So we're at the point of almost tight. As you can see, my two marks don't quite line up. So let's throw the impact on there, and what we're going to do is get it to line up and then just go a little bit further, and that should be just about where it needs to be to stay tight for now. Like I was saying, if you're doing this, make sure you buy a new nut. I definitely did not, but I need to get this thing off here today, so making do with what we got going on. So went ahead and sat in the impact for a little bit, and as you can see, the marks now just a little bit off, which is perfect. So she's on there good enough for now. I definitely got to wipe down the end of this truck. It is filthy, but should be good. So I'm gonna go and put the axle back on, or the drive shaft back together, and then we should be done with this. While I'm down here, you can see uneven wear because the outer tire doesn't like to hold air. The inner one needs to get changed, and then that side they're both wearing pretty evenly, but I did pick up new tires as well for the truck, so I'm going to do that while I'm here and just knock it out, and should be good. Down around the back now, and all we're going to do is pretty much fill it up with differential fluid. Same stuff I used when I did the gear fluid change a while ago. I had some left over, and we're just going to use the rest of it. I might need to buy more, we'll see. But in she goes. And this already has the gear additive in there, so no worries there. So that worked out perfectly. It's actually just, I'll be able to tell in there, it's actually just at the hole level, which is exactly where it should be. So let's go ahead and throw this bad girl back together and call it good. Well, back at the house, as you can see, good old Dodge here is doing all right. Got our new tip back tires on and got rid of the old ones. Worked out, that place did it, which was awesome. Saved me a couple bucks there because I was able to do some of it myself. First time doing that. I also painted up the freaking black on here to help keep it, you know, the rear end looking a little better. But I think I gotta get a new rear bumper altogether. And then no more leaks out of the differential back there. So good stuff. So that's gonna do it for today's video. I'm kind of just doing some maintenance on the old Dodge here. We got some more stuff to knock out down the road. But for right now, that should help out just a little bit. I really don't want to run a differential fluid. That's not good. That's how you roast things. But that job definitely sucks. So my advice, if you're going to do it, get the sleeve. Make sure you get the socket beforehand. It's a 3/4 socket, or 3/4 inch socket, like the actual head size. So it's bigger than a half. And then I used a 3/4 inch impact with a lot of torch heat on that nut to get it out. It was a pain in the butt, but it came out. Other than that, when you're putting on your little seal thing, the sleeve that goes over top or back of the, it's axle thing that slides on the pinion. I can't think of what's that called, or the knuckle, I guess. I don't know. But when you're putting that on there, you got to seat it a little bit deeper than I did. When I put mine back together, it's going to slice off the very edge of my axle seal. Or not, I keep saying axle seal. It's going to slice off the very edge of my pinion seal. It's not a big deal because the way it's set up, there's multiple layers to it. That very outer one's going to get sliced a little bit because I didn't shove it in all the way. Just something to take note of when you're doing this. Other than that, guys, that's everything I got going on with the truck right now. So I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions, leave them down below in the comments. I'll try to do my best to get back to you. And I'll see you in the next video. So take it easy and have a good one.